Hello and welcome to our guide on managing exceptions on projects. In the next few minutes, we'll explain how to manage exceptions on your projects effectively. If you find this video helpful, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you, and let's get started. By watching this video, you'll learn to keep your projects on track and solve problems proactively. These skills are crucial for both beginners and experienced project managers. At the heart of exception management is the manage by exception principle. This approach sets clear boundaries for project aspects like time, cost, and scope. It allows your team to work independently within these limits, only escalating issues when they go beyond the agreed ranges. To implement exception management, start by setting clear tolerance levels for your project, stage, and team. These can be set for a range of project performance targets. The most common are time, cost, and scope. For example, you might allow a 2-week flexibility for completion time or a 5% variation in budget. If these tolerances are at risk of being exceeded, it's called an exception and it's time to report and address the issue. There are 7 main targets for which you can set tolerances for on a project. The first is benefits, which are the improvements your project aims to achieve. For instance, if you're targeting an increase in sales, a 2% variation in the expected benefits might be acceptable. Next, are costs. Budget surprises are unwelcome, so it's sensible to set a limit for overspending or underspending as a proportion of your budget. For time, because projects rarely run perfectly on schedule, it's useful to define how much earlier or later the work can be completed by. You might allow for a 2-week delay in your project milestones to accommodate changes, and the possibility to deliver 1 week early. For quality, it's important to ensure your product or service meets certain standards, but a small variation can be acceptable. For example, maintaining 98 to 100% compliance with those standards provides some flexibility. For scope, you're determining how much the project's deliverables can change. You might insist on all core features being included, but allow some flexibility, like 20% of the additional features can be adjusted as required. For sustainability, set targets for reducing environmental impact. For instance, in a construction project, you might allow a 60 to 80% target for materials used from recycled sources. Lastly, we have risk. It's crucial to establish limits for both overall project risk and individual risk impacts. For example, you wouldn't want the total cost of risks to exceed 10% of your project budget. By setting and monitoring these tolerances, you can maintain control of your project while allowing some flexibility where it's most needed. Identifying exceptions is part of the daily monitoring activities by the project manager. They will be getting progress reports from teams, and the project manager will update the plans with the actual progress being made, and will reforecast where the plan will end up, considering any deviations contained in the reports. If the project manager forecasts one of the 7 performance targets will be exceeded, they must escalate to senior management by using an exception report. This contains a description of the issue causing the exception. Example, delays caused by clearing the construction site of contaminated materials will delay work by 5 weeks. A range of options for dealing with the exception. A reasoned recommendation which justifies the best option, taking into consideration the impact on the 7 performance targets. The decision about what to do about the exception is taken by senior management and communicated to the project manager. The project manager will then update plans accordingly, and proceeds with the revised plan which contains new tolerances. By managing exceptions this way, decisions can be taken at the right level of authority and the project can proceed with the confidence of senior management. Remember, exception management isn't about micromanaging. It's about setting clear boundaries and promptly addressing issues when they arise. This approach saves time, reduces stress, and keeps your projects on track for success. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. To learn more about project management, visit our website or click on the link on your screen to watch more project management explainer videos. See you next time.